My name is Andrew King. I'm a high school principal here at Alliance Dr. Aldermone High School. I've been here for 10 years. So I grew up in LA. I was born here. And yeah, I actually grew up about 40 minutes from here in San Gabriel Valley. And I went to college in San Gabriel Valley at Pitzer College. And I've lived essentially my entire life being an educator, student, father, son here in San Gabriel Valley, LA. So yeah, LA native. Eventually, I got to a point in my career where I thought, what if I could create a school that had the same level of passion as I did, but in every single class? I didn't want to be the exception. I wanted to be the rule. And the only way to do that was to enter a leadership position where I can start coaching other teachers outside of my classroom. Until I became an administrator. And eventually I landed at this school as an assistant principal. And 3 years ago, I became the principal. At the time, I was an assistant principal overseeing special education. I thought this would be a real benefit to me as a leader because I always can do more in learning about SPED. I attended the first UDL series of sessions, and every session was phenomenal. I learned so much about how I could be a better teacher, strategies that I could learn into my colleagues' classes. I felt that I was learning more as a coach, I was learning as a SPED leader. And I gained so much out of that that after the year was over, I actually asked, is there more? And so they recommended that I join the National Fellowship. And so I did. So that was a 2 year program in which I would travel across the country with the SELF team. I got to visit classrooms in DC, Louisiana, Denver, and I got to see some of the best practice strategies across these different schools. And that's where I also learned for myself, wow, I saw co-teaching, for example, happening. And I said, that's what I want for my school. The benefit, at least for me, of moving forward with co-teaching is I knew that Self was going to be my partner in that process. So then we brought on Self to lead our co-teaching initiative last year. And now we're in a position where we feel like we're one of the strongest co-teaching schools in California, at least in Los Angeles. And we're really proud of that. People come visit our school all the time to talk about how did you get from nothing to 8 co-teaching pairs in a year. And so we're really proud of that. You either have a lot of students that are not passing classes, or you have students that are passing classes and getting A's. And you have this very bimodal distribution of grades now. But our students in the B and C range are either shifting to not passing or to like doing stellar. And what I really want for our school is to have a more systematic way that we target those students in the middle so that they're not falling through the cracks and we're able to ensure that those kids receive the supports that they deserve. And so Self has been a great partner in helping us figure out again, like what is the next step for our school. And I'm really excited about what that partnership will look like moving forward. I think what I've really appreciated is Self brings together a lot of fantastic leaders across the country, whether they're from New Orleans, DC, Denver, Los Angeles, and whether it's been here in my sessions in California or in my sessions in New Orleans or DC. What I've really appreciated is the opportunity both to learn from my colleagues from these different networks and districts, but also to share what I've learned in my 17 years of experience being an educator. And it feels like while I am impacting the students in my community, I feel like I'm casting a wider net of impact and ensuring the students across the country are benefiting from strong practices because of this collaboration itself sets up for all of us. Is I feel like I can do more. We've talked about putting the I in IEP and making sure that they are truly individualized. I feel like we can push the envelope when it comes to intervention. I feel like I am equipped with far more strategies of how to support our students versus just the things that we've done time and time again. And so what Self has allowed for me to do is one, give me the confidence to know that if I try to push the boundaries, there's likely someone they can connect me to, or they will have the expertise to show me that what I'm envisioning for my community is possible. It felt like we've had the foundation, but also the courage to innovate, but we didn't know exactly what. And what Self has done again is allowed us to say, I hear what you're saying. Are you thinking this? Or I hear what you're thinking. Have you considered this strategy? And whether it was right on point or not, what they allowed us to do is kind of brainstorm and really build out what we wanted for our team. When my CEO came into the focus group with my teachers, they were like, Andrew wants to do co-teaching. He's crazy. It's scary. We don't want to do it. Exactly a year later, when my CEO came back into the focus group with those same teachers, they said, co-teaching is the best. It's the best thing we've ever done. It ensures that teachers feel sustainable. And I don't think we would be there without ensuring that Self and I worked so closely together to create the model of co-teaching that we have here at Bowen. We've been able to do as a school is not just empower myself as a leader to push that envelope, but also create a vision that empowers teachers to know what the guardrails are and say, play within this sandbox. This is what the goal is. Whatever you do, we trust you. So long as you know like what we're trying to achieve at the very end. I think that's been really helpful versus feeling like everything is a directive. It's given us the flexibility and trust and space for our whole team. I've been with Self now for about 4 years. And over the course of those last 4 years, I have consistently been impressed with the quality of professional development. I feel like every time I'm there, I'm learning something new that is both mind blowing, in my opinion, but actionable. I think they have such a strong equity focused social justice lens that I'm not just leaving there with a tool. I'm also leaving there being like, I should be a better person. I should go out there and really change the world. They also have high quality personnel. And so I know that when I'm getting coached or I'm asking questions, I know that the person I'm asking or the people that they direct me to will either have an answer or will have the capacity to help me brainstorm the solution that I want. I think at the end of the day, it's also the relationships. They feel so real and authentic. They are flexible. They are funny. They are caring, and so all the things that they want us to be for our students, they are also there for their fellows. And so I can't imagine a program as high quality as this, just because it's made me the better leader that I am today because of both the supports that they provided, but also the relationships that we cultivated together.
I wanted to be a part of it, and I've been very grateful to be a part of it since then. Over the last 3 years, we have worked with 15 schools across DC, and I've worked with all those schools in various capacities as a coach to leaders, as a leader of our trainings, and I've helped design and put together the MTSS cohort that we're highlighting today. I'm Avni Murray. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm Chief of Staff and Strategy at Self, and I live here in the DMV in Alexandria, Virginia. Elsie Whitlow Stokes is an incredibly vibrant school with 2 campuses in Washington, D.C. And they've really stood out in this cohort as a team-based approach, really from their principal to their student support coordinators, all have come to all of the sessions to really design a framework for their MTSS process that is starting from a solid foundation. What we've had and what we've done, and then just codifying it in a way that is accessible and easy to communicate and it really empowers everyone involved.
Being able to bounce things off of the other schools in DC, see things that we do strong, see things that we can improve on and share and exchange that information, I think was powerful.
Just that collaboration was really beneficial. One of the best parts was how clearly you could see the best practices in teaching just laid out there through the self process and the self professional development.
I feel like, this is just the beginning, right? So I'm excited to be able to continue on and to be able to have our teachers and our paraprofessionals, our families and other stakeholders to be able to be a part of the collaboration.
That's really what I feel the coaching and the work we do at Self does with leaders. It really helps people to see the real issue and identify the root cause and actually work towards meaningful and lasting change. And I think Self measures its impact through various means, but really thinking not just about systems change, but also adaptive mindset and beliefs. When we are shifting minds and hearts, I think we at Self feel proud of the work we're doing with schools.